Senator Whitehouse.
How do you feel?
Thank you, Chairman. I think we are taking up Marshall's nominees
Yeah.
for the first time in this. I expect to support the Marshall's nominations. I think to the extent this committee can keep that out of the political warfare that we're so often engaged in, that would be good, and they all seem to be qualified. But it calls to mind for me a recurring problem that I've had with the Marshal Service. As you know, because it's been often publicly reported, a Rhode Island federal judge was the subject of many virulent death threats. 60 Minutes just ran an expose on the campaigns of threats that our federal judiciary is laboring under. There has been a particular campaign of threats directed against the chief judge of the federal court in the District of Columbia. The threat environment for federal judges has been described as the worst ever. And what I've asked the Marshal Service repeatedly, I think I've got more than a dozen asks in, is a really simple question. If the evidence suggests that there is a campaign to threaten judges, if the evidence suggests that threats are being orchestrated, if the evidence suggests that there is an enterprise or a conspiracy that is producing these threats, will the Marshal Service be willing to investigate behind the utterer of the threat and look at the larger picture? That is a super easy question for the Marshal Service to answer. The answer is yes, of course. And it is telling to me that I cannot get that answer. I'll give the Department of Justice credit that they scheduled a meeting for me to explain themselves, and it happened while I was snowed in, so we're rescheduling it. But the fact that I have to ask this question a dozen or more times and never once get the simple answer, yes, of course, if there's evidence that the utterer of a threat was connected to some campaign or organized effort to threaten the federal judiciary, we have criminal statutes specifically on that, and of course we will investigate that. I really would like to get that answer. I've been in communication with the Chief Justice about his responsibilities to make sure, as the chairman of the Judicial Conference, that he is making sure that the Marshal Service is properly doing its job. And I think, if you'll let me change the topic for 1 minute, you have just produced a quorum, so I will close my remarks at that point so we can get ahead to the vote. But I think the committee should have a bipartisan concern about a Marshal Service that is not serving the federal judges it is sworn to protect by refusing to conduct investigations behind the mere utterer of a threat and look at those patterns, conspiracies, and enterprises.
Senator Whitehouse, I'm willing to help you any way I